Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole, and today I wanted to run you through items I never pass up at the thrift store. This room is my sunroom, and it has become my absolute favorite room in the house, and I think it's because I have such a good mix of thrifted items as well as new-ish items that look collected, and that's my goal when it comes to styling my house. This is a very modern house, and I knew when I moved in I needed to add warmth and pieces that looked like they'd been around for a while to give me the balance and aesthetic that I like when it comes to styling a home. And somehow I was able to slowly build this room into exactly that, and I love it so much. Like, truly, as I'm looking around here, there are so many items from estate sales, thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, and it really gives me that collected look. So if you're just kind of getting into designing your home, I think the biggest thing is figuring out what your own personal style is. Once I honed in on that, instead of focusing on, oh, this person online has this and this and this, and I need to recreate that, that's when I really started to love what was in my home. I wasn't shopping for what was popular. I was shopping for me and what brings me joy. So I wanted to make sure I said that to you guys as you watch me. Like, some of this might not be your cup of tea, and that's completely okay. Figure out what you like, and then the thrifting and the hunting comes easy. So I'll try to find footage of what this room looked like when I moved in. It was literally an empty box. And I basically threw in the furniture I had in my old apartments in this room for about 2 years, and it was not styled. I didn't want to purchase things to just fill the space. I try to tell my friends that all the time when they're styling a room or they move into a new home. I try to tell them, don't just buy immediately to fill the space, because you're gonna end up regretting it. Probably. I mean, some people don't. Slowly build pieces that you love, that you find, and it doesn't have to be thrifted, it can be new. That really gives you the time to live in the space and figure out what you like. So I think the first thing I purchased was this Pottery Barn love seat, and the reason I purchased it was because my dog at the time, George, had cancer and he was going through chemotherapy, and every hour in the middle of the night he would need to go out, and I wanted to have a space where we could sleep in this room if we wanted to. This isn't a pullout. In hindsight, I wish I did find one as a pullout, because I think this would be like a great room to sleep in when it rains. This room is just like so perfect. I love it. But I think it would be a great room if I had a lot of people over, which literally never happens. But still, for my nieces or something like that, to have like a sleepover in here, I think that would be really fun. So that was the first piece I purchased that I was like, wait, I really like this, and I really like this room, and I like where this is going. And I think I got that for $250 or $300, like a mile away from me. People were moving out. The other thing, I needed something that was fully washable, because, is he back there right now? No. Theo and Piper love to sunbathe on that couch. So every like 2 or 3 weeks, and I know that sounds a lot, but when you have a white couch and you have animals, you need to, I take everything off because it's slip cover, and I wash everything, and that's just, it's perfect. So, and I don't mind. That's the other thing. Theo is a cat and he has nails, and unfortunately he's not one of those cats who likes to scratch the 18 cat posts that I've purchased in his lifetime. He likes to scratch furniture. So I just don't mind if it gets ruined, because I didn't invest a lot of money in it, but it is absolutely perfect and I love it. So after that piece, I was like, okay, I need a table for this room to like put my water on or whatever. So I purchased the table that I'm sitting on from Facebook Marketplace for $10. $10. And it's not a perfect table at all. It is worn. There are cup ring stains on it. It's chipped in certain places. There's paint on it. And I was like, I just need something to fill the space for a minute until I figure out like what kind of table I want. I thought I might build a table, but I have come to love this table and the character on it so much. I love the stains. I love the paint. My nieces and my friends' kids can come in here and they can put their water on it, and I just don't care, again, if it gets ruined. It adds a little bit of character. I really thought I was gonna end up sanding it down at some point and giving it like a raw wood feel, but I love it like it is. And like I said, for $10, I'm pretty sure it's plywood. It's definitely not real wood, but I just love it. And I love how it's a different wood tone than like the wicker baskets I have in this room. So this was like a happy oopsie for me. I thought I was gonna fill the space, which is literally contradictory to what I just told you. Don't buy things to just fill the space, but for $10, if you're gonna fill the space for something with like used furniture on Facebook Marketplace for $10, like go for it. But I've come to love this, and I'm never getting rid of this table as long as I live in this house. We're gonna get into everything that's on that table in a second. I just wanna go through like the furniture pieces first. So next thing is the bar, okay? I purchased that cabinet on Facebook Marketplace for $50. It was in rough condition, okay? Very rough condition. So I knew it was gonna need work, and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to refinish that. It was just too big of a piece. So I purchased it for $50 knowing that I was going to have it professionally refinished, which was around $1,000. I wanted it to be restained black because I have a lot of black wood pieces throughout my home, and it needed a lot of TLC. Okay, I knew because I was only spending $50 on it that I was going to invest some money into refinishing it, and that's exactly what I did. And there is no way I would be getting a new piece like that anywhere for a total of what, $1,050? Like, you cannot purchase new furniture for that amount, and 9 times out of 10 the new furniture is plywood. Like, that is a solid wood piece. And the biggest thing about this is I love giving older pieces new life. Who knows what that piece of furniture has been through? Who knows where it used to live? Who knows what it's been through? But I just love that I'm giving it a new life, and it serves as my bar on top, and then I store all of my like crystal and vintage and thrifted pieces in it, and some blankets as well. So it took me a long time to find a piece that would fit perfectly in that space. It's kind of a smaller little corner, and that was just it. Like, I knew when I saw it that that was what was gonna like live there and provide interest for the room and additional storage, because that's the thing with this room. It was an empty box, no storage. I had to purchase these wicker baskets that are under this built-in bench that I'm not entirely sure why they did this built-in bench. I wish it wasn't a built-in bench, because I would have put a couch, I think, against this wall if it wasn't there, but that's okay. So I purchased these wicker boxes. These are from At Home, and it's like they were meant for the piece. So each basket has like a theme. Like, one of them has toys for my nieces and my friends' kids who come over. One of them has empty boxes that I might need at some point if I'm gonna resell something. One of them has my like arts and crafts. One of them stores my faux florals. So I really like that I was able to find a piece for under this bench to make it usable. And then Stanley, my cat, who passed away, if you've been with me for a while, he used to love sitting on there. And Theo does sometimes. Piper isn't so into it. Piper prefers a different spot to hang out in, and they really like this couch a little more. I think it's the way the sun comes in, but I was able to create something that was functional, and that's with a new piece. So that's what I'm saying about mixing new pieces and old pieces, and that kind of allows me to get the collected look where things look new and old and have history and tell a story, if that makes sense. So the next piece, and I probably purchased these, 3 or 4 months ago, are these boucle chairs from Walmart. And this was like I was influenced to purchase it. I knew I wanted swivel chairs in this room because I like to be able to turn them and look outside. I love to bird watch. Piper loves to sit out there, so I like to watch her. I like to sit out there and drink, or sit in here and look out there and drink my coffee. So I knew I wanted a chair that could swivel, so it could face this way for conversation with people if they're sitting on the couch, or games, and I could also, you know, shift it outside if I wanted to look outside. So these were like $150, which is crazy. at Walmart, and then they were delivered right to my door. It was absolutely perfect. And again, Theo does destroy furniture, so I wasn't gonna feel bad investing a ton of money into a piece that I knew he was going to claw at. And pro tip, if you have animals who do scratch at things, boucle is the best texture for that. It hides scratch marks so well. I just like cut the little pieces that are pulled out by his nails and I'm good to go. So I absolutely love those. I think those really changed the game when it came to this room and made, again, a really functional space that was actually aesthetic as well. Next piece, I purchased this at an estate sale and I saw it online. If you guys know, you know, but if you don't know, estatesales.net is where you can find estate sales in your area, and you just put in your zip code. And I always go through the pictures before I decide to go to an estate sale. So if something doesn't have at least 1 or 2 pieces that I'm interested in, I won't go, because you have to be ready sometimes to stand in a line, and sometimes I just don't want to deal with it. So for this one, I saw this and I was like, I'm going. I need that. So I think that was $10 at an estate sale. It is super heavy. It has texture, it has character, and it's the perfect piece for under the picture I have of George. I love this corner so much. It makes me so happy. So that was an estate sale find that I was really happy about. I knew I wanted a pedestal in here. Piper just came in, by the way, and she's like rubbing all against everything. So if you hear the grunting or the panting, that's Piper. But I knew I wanted a pedestal right there, just to give a little bit of character to that corner, and it also hides an outlet, which I love. Another pedestal I have in the room is a pedestal that I made from scratch to house George's toys. He was a power chewer, so he couldn't have soft toys. He could only have like the silicone toys. And I purchased I think it's a doll display box from Container Store to display them. So I kind of made like a custom little art piece for this room, and that's the only piece that really has a ton of color. And I really like that it kind of highlights that in the room and it gives George's toys a moment. So I made that one from scratch. It was hard, it was not easy, it took time, but I really do love that piece a lot. Oh, the table between the 2 boucle chairs, that was a recent purchase from TJ Maxx. I saw it and I was like, that is absolutely perfect for between those chairs. It gives texture, it kind of gives me Amber Interior vibes. And then I just styled it with some vintage books and a vase from Michael's, of all places. You guys need to check out Michael's. Sometimes they have such good decor that really gives Amber Interior vibes. I'm like, why don't people shop here more for home decor? Sometimes they really come through. And then I have a vintage piece of art. I think that was the first vintage piece of art that I ever purchased, and it was a Facebook Marketplace purchase years and years ago. So I have that displayed on an easel display stand from Michael's as well. And then again, because I need functionality in this room, I have Theo's litter box. And to kind of take away from it being a litter box, it's obviously in a cabinet so you can't see it, but I also styled it with a lot of vintage pieces. So I have a vintage Chinese clay, I think it was like a wine vessel or something like that. I purchased that at Jason Home in Chicago. They have such good pieces. It is expensive, but like I love their decor. And I styled that with some faux florals. And then I have a lot of books in here that actually came from either estate sales. That's another thing at estate sales. I always look for books. You want to look for books, like big coffee table books are so affordable there. So I have a vintage art book, a Marsh book on there. I have some candlesticks. I have the urn from Stanley's Ashes. And then I have the bookend that I use for a door stopper when I have the doors open in this room. All right, so now I'm gonna get off this table and we're gonna talk about this table, because a lot of the pieces on here are things that I would never pass up when thrifting. Okay, starting with the books, like I said, never pass them up at an estate sale or a thrift store. These are all art books, and it gives height and it brings texture to the table. So I always start with at least 2 sets of books on a coffee table to kind of anchor the space. So don't ever pass those up if you see them. And then the second thing are these hurricane vases. These are all thrifted. I have 1, 2, 3. That third one is my absolute favorite. I love the lines. And again, it just brings height and texture. And when I light those at night, it is absolutely beautiful. The candle right here is sitting on a little marble piece that's actually from Target. So sometimes adding in a little bit of new and mass-produced things from places like Target, it does add, you know, some color and some texture. So I'm not against that, but I think using things that you thrift and collect tell more of a story. A lot of people ask about those 2 candle holders. Those are actually from, I think, CB2 or Crate and Barrel. I really liked the shape of them, and it's just super interesting. I'll move you guys up a little bit, but I really liked the shape of those, and I think they're interesting, and they remind me of a snake, and I needed them when I saw them. The sage that I have, and one of them is something else. I don't remember what, or maybe they're all sage. I don't know. I have that in a little stone. It's actually a jewelry jar that I picked up at like Pottery Barn Outlet years and years ago. And again, it just brings another shape to the table. And the sage brings texture. I have a candle snuffer. Actually, I think that candle snuffer might be from like IKEA or something. I am on the hunt for a smaller vintage one. So I've got my eyes peeled. That's the other thing. I always have a list going for what I want to thrift. Otherwise I forget. And then the big vessel over there is from Home Goods. I literally saw that yesterday when I was at Home Goods, so still available. And I have a whole video on how I created that little flower arrangement. All of the flowers are from Hobby Lobby. So I just absolutely love this table. I love sitting in here. It is one of my most happy places. Let me quickly run you through what's on the bar and how I, you know, kind of created this fun little moment here. Candlesticks and flowers are from Hobby Lobby. Vases from Home Goods. I thrifted that little candle holder, thrifted the lamp, thrifted all of these 3 pieces here. I put limes in there so it looks like a bar. I bought blank matchbooks, and then I have stamps. One looks like George and then a B for Brittany. So people can take these home if they come over. This little drink set is from West Elm, maybe. That was my first apartment in Chicago that I ever lived in. I do want to get like a picture frame light up there. I think that would be really pretty, but yeah, I really think this fits the space so well. So I hope this video gives you inspiration to get out there if you are just starting, wanting to change things up in your home or your apartment or whatever space you're in, to get out there and thrift, explore Facebook Marketplace, go to your estate sales, and you can really curate the perfect room once you figure out what your style is. So let me know if this video is helpful. Let me know what your favorite piece from this room is down below. And as always, let me know what videos you would like to see next. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.